Up next is Albert Ross by Stone Bespoke Narrowboats. She's another 60-foot electric hybrid, but this time with a parallel motor. This means that she has a full-size diesel engine coupled with an electric drive, which can also be used for propulsion. The advantage of this setup is if you have full diesel power when you need it, and when you want to cruise on electric, you have that option. Teepee effect. They've done the sort of a traditional bow here, give it a nice traditional style, which is quite different. It's the only boat I've ever seen like that. So the parallel hybrid owners that we know say you can typically get 1 day of electric cruising for every day of diesel cruising that they do, because they're charging the batteries while they're cruising on diesel. Another kitchen with a fridge next to the oven. That seems to be a common theme here. This boat actually has an electric table height adjuster, so no problems with the table height, although it doesn't adjust the floor height. I do like the design features in this boat, which are obviously tailored to the new owners. Alright, so we've got the kitchen with washing machine and stove.
Yeah, it's all electric because of the hybrid system.
Yep.
Gas.
Fridge.
It hasn't got a dishwasher, but we have fitted quite a few.
Waste of space.
With the three of us, we can just...
The table leg on this table is electronic. It will go up and down at the push of a button. That's quite a nice feature. Two rather comfy chairs are usefully spread out in the saloon next to the TV, and that's quite a rug. There's a Morso squirrel stove. There's a nice towel rail there in the bathroom, and good layout. And check out the surround back on the shower. That is quite a shower. Very nice. Just a quick note on electric boats versus diesel boats. You will pay a premium for an electric drive boat, typically somewhere between £40,000 and £60,000. So it's something that you have to really want to justify the extra cost. Yet another bed in the bow. This time, because of the teepee effect of the bow design, it feels a bit more claustrophobic. But it does look good, and there's this nice dressing table area to the side here, which is a nice feature. You've got side hatches either side here, which is unusual in the bedroom, the bow, and a nice little skylight above.
It's an MDF, but it's a waterproof.
Of course, because of the design of this boat, the side hatches at the bow here are the only way of getting in and out of the boat at the bow. I don't know if it would suit me, but obviously this owner wanted it this way, so it works. And another fairly neat electrical installation, this time set up for the hybrid marine system, and pretty well laid out.
If you want a technical specification, that's one of those. We've got some literature from Barris on there, so there's a virtual 3D tour of that.
Yeah.
You can see all 18 boats in our Narrowboat Buying Guide, parts 1 and 2 on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.